Well, we've had a moment to get our breath and have a drink and just a bit of a settle down. The heart rate's come to a normal pace. And hopefully the same can be said for Wings Up and IHC. What a map number one. Double OT, fine margins. But it's Wings Up who take it. Now we go to IHC's pick. Alan, how are you feeling?
Rested. After that first game, we needed a bit of a break. But nevertheless, we're just happy to be back into this one. We want Asia to showcase the best Counter-Strike it can. And, well, that first map was quite a poster boy for what this region can deliver. I feel sorry for everybody that shies away from watching Asia or doesn't think it produces good games, because you need to be watching right here and right now if you want to see some super explosive, exciting Counter-Strike. Look at these two players in the headshot, the mini pit position. They're so low, and they are swiftly taken down. Bingo smokes in front of the Modo smoke. Try and buy a little bit of space, but he's not going to push behind it. Bomb gets planted, and I see it rooted in some really strong afterplants.
Tough. Back to come through. WUgaSsS Bingo. He's full blind. Spraying. Without an idea about anything. Great first round from IHC, and it was damn desperately needed off the back of a pretty crushing loss in towards Ancient with plenty of opportunities to see off that map. They needed to kickstart a bit of momentum, success, and, like morale, I guess you could put it, right? They needed to have some favor in their form, and there it is. T-side pistol round picked up, and of course, normally the meta standard will be just a force buy until the second, but Wings Up just going to go for a full eco, waiting for a full buy-in towards the third, and they're happy to essentially give up a 2-0.
There we go, a little bit of pyramid. It's just a little totem pole, actually, instead. I prefer the pyramid. That is my favourite. My favourite one to come out. But yeah, as mentioned, IHC. I think probably of any team in this region, they're the least susceptible to having issues of, carrying over frustrations between maps. They have played a lot of tournaments. Yeah, they played a lot of these big RMR and majors where they're going to lose a lot of games to top teams, and it's going to hurt. And you've got to play another game immediately after. So they should be kind of used to this. And hopefully they can reset. This is a perfect start. Bank up some cash, money in the bank. And now they're up against the buy. Wings Up, buying into this one. Orp on LAN. Had a topsy-turvy Ancient. Yeah. When he was playing well, they looked phenomenal. So they'd love LAN to be a force of nature here on the CD side. That'd be amazing to give Wings Up a chance of a 2-0.
Honestly, when LAN was, firing on all cylinders the way we kind of hope of him, unstoppable. I mean, even Annihilation, who had real moments of brilliance, and he was, at times, not missing any shots, right? When we saw LAN popping off and really becoming unstoppable, Annihilation couldn't even get a sniff in. So, beg to think about how things could change. Full blind. WUgaSsS couldn't confirm the kill towards score, and he'll find the first towards Bingo.
Bomb getting planted. And I think, Wings Up, you need to save. You might have a util, but you haven't got a kit, and you're at a man deficit. Play the long game. Your loss bonus is racking up. You can at least get a FAMAS onto someone and have good nades on everyone else. No need to throw this away. But yeah, IHC couldn't really be going any better. They're keeping this so clean. On entry, get on the bomb, so get the bomb down. No real resistance. And yeah. They'd be very happy about how this one is starting. Not remotely close to Ancient, how that one ended, how close those rounds were. This is easy so far.
Hey, I'm just going to throw it out there. Just remember how things started towards Ancient as well. IHC looked good, 3-0 up, thinking, hey, this is weird. I don't want to get ahead of myself too much. I still do lean in favor of IHC for this map, because statistically, very good. We know it's one of their favorites as well when they get the chance to pick it. They always go in towards it. But, of course, on the other side, Wings Up, like we saw in Melbourne, they don't mind it either. So, it's a very interesting map for me. I think it's quite fair ground as well. We always like to say that age-old saying of all good best threes are decided on Inferno. But I think this will be a real tone setter for where these two sides face off on what is quite essentially very level playing ground in terms of it's as even as it can get in terms of CT and C-sided, and these two sides both like it. So 3-0 start is pretty commendable from IHC, but a full save, of course, means a full buy for Wings Up in towards round number 4.
Slow stuff on Banana. Wings up. Do put down a fair amount of utility early on, but decided it's safer to seed it. And look at IHC. Their intentions are so clear. 5 on Banana. Set to pop the bomb site. Flashes right in. Explosive behind it. WUgaSsS can't do anything initially. And score on the turn. That's how you pop into the B-bomb site on Inferno. Waste no time. Straight in on the flashes. And don't even let them react. Bingo's fumbling with nades and WUgaSsS can't even fight. Perfect stuff. And yeah, if you want to know how to pop it on Inferno, download the demo. That was perfect.
Well, once again, it's yet another save call. Just another one of those where we have to just hold weight and, well, potentially see that any sort of hunt coming through. There is a little bit of a forward motion coming through. You can kind of see IHC having a peer in. I mean, they've got the money to work with as well, but is it necessary? Probably not. They're kind of maybe just going to leave Annihilation over there, having a spam through, won't find too much, and there we go. Streaming alive over towards Wings Up. It's a 4-0 start, though, for IHC, and off the back of a pretty damning loss, especially considering that they actually should have won that map on multiple occasions. For them to kickstart things really well here, it's going to reset themselves mentally. The confidence will start to spike once further, and that's when we see individuals pop off. Of course, Cabal, who was the top fragger off the back of Ancient, continuing his flourishing form, and the second Annihilation picks up the big green and gets on the board in the same fashion, then I get very scared.
Recipe take, Bingo capitalizes. Top spawn and gets ahead of that. Terrorist Molly. Bit of response coming out from IHC, but Score takes a lot of damage trying to offer up some sort of resistance. He's got to get out of dodge. Good stuff from Wings Up. They needed a clean opening, but Blitz thinks otherwise. Lan, he might be on the AWP, he might be peeking back into the angle, but it's not going to matter when Blitz is that well trained. Even scenario now. And IHC are hungry. They look so poised.
Wow. Brakes pumped a little bit. The IHC down to 4, and of course, yes, you can even make the argument 3.5. Score, 25 points of HP. Not exactly flourishing in the life, but it's Blitz will open things up as he takes a lot of that long control. There's 2 players on towards site, 1 in the wrap, and Blitz got a good idea. Just isolated here for him. Hoping there's a mistake to come through, but it's Score who'll step up, low HP, and he's flying down Banana. And guess who's there to meet them? No one. They've got the site for free. WUgaSsS, if there's a smoke in his face, will struggle to find any success, and there it is. From behind, Blitz steps up. Somehow finds the gap. Yes, he'll be traded, but I think it's too little too late. Once again, Alan, I think it's probably got to be a save call.
Can you believe it? This is getting frightening. Blitz and Score. 2 heavyweights of the scene. Perhaps heard us muttering that some of those rare Adam players, maybe Starry, maybe these are the best players in the region. Well, I think Blitz and Score have something to say about that one. They're looking phenomenal so far here on Inferno. IHC haven't missed a single beat. They might lose the opening here, but Blitz immediately replies. They're so decisive, they're so aggressive. They are pushing Wings Up around the map at their will. This is dominance. I mean, this is very early, of course. But this is the most dominant either of the team has been during the series. This is quite incredible.
5-0. I mean, already. The T side, I gotta say, very impressive. Really good work. I mean, I guess for Wings Up, there's positives to be taken in terms of their saving. Lost bonus is building up, and of course, they've got some money and buys to work with heading in, but a pause to be called, and you can pretty clearly understand why. This is not looking pretty. It's not looking clean or even remotely like what we'd expect of, well, them coming off the back of Ancient. They clambered back with brilliant resilience, brilliant resurgence to take that one 22-20. And now they are struggling to barely even get kills, to be perfectly honest. This is getting a little bit uncomfortable for my liking. Still, 6 on, underway. IHC, more than happy with where they stand right now. Of course, full buy for Wings Up. Lost bonus is good, but they're finding no success.
At the moment, we're averaging just over 1 kill a round for Wings Up. That is, needless to say, not terribly competitive. Need to find some life. Lan misses the first. Fortunately, Child King is more precise on his aim. Does get his kill. And they get out of dodge. Man advantage for Wings Up. We've seen them throw it away before. But hopefully they've learned their lesson. They're so passive this time. They have no interest in letting an easy reply come in.
Smoke. Holding. Bingo the second he hears even the slightest sound cue will drop it. And hope that alongside Gas they can deny this presence. But they're playing contact. Gas will fall early doors. One of them come through. Bingo has to try and deny. Finds the first look at the two. And he'll find it. Doubles up. Can he make it the 3-for-1 special? The flash will force him off the angle. And it's bought time for the rotation. This can win the first round. Because Bingo single-handedly has stepped up. Holding, waiting, looking, trying to deny from Newbog. Just land with the AWP. It does exactly that. This round is done. Annihilation. Consolation kills, but that's all it is. First, finally for the CT side of Wings Up. Oh my god, that took a lot of individual prowess to do so.
Huge round from Bingo. And it's more than the kills. It's getting off the utility. It's repositioning. It's staying alive there at the end for so long. How many players have we seen already in this playoff that have just overfaced, died, and made that at least doable? But Bingo just sits in behind Newbox, doesn't show anything because he knows his teammates are going to help him out. He has trust, he has belief. And they work well together, do Wings Up. First round on the board for them. That's nice. But given this T-side economy, given the streak they've already gotten together, there's a lot of work left to be done if they want to see IHC on pistols at all during this half.
Yeah, agreed. Spot on. Take a face. Blitz, delete. That's a great swing. Left eye peeking as well. All it took was one bullet. Seriously crisp. Seriously stepping up as well. And one of the people that we highlighted coming towards this game, and Blitz has been quite a consistent fragger. Second look at one of his own and will deliver before he's traded by Bingo. Numbers still favor the T side though, so they're happy just to play the trade game.
Lan is on location. Bit of a jostling over towards A as well at the same time as Lan comes in front of his smoke. Blitz has a flashbang. He's actually bringing back Annihilation. Taking that bomb out. Lan can't connect. But it doesn't really matter. This is the ruse. They're just trying to hold presence. Flying is the man to watch. He's left alone on this side of the map. It might be a 3-on-3, but he's in a world of trouble. Peeking wide of default. First collected. Damage done. Oh, they dearly love a HE grenade right now with this Wings Up squad. Annihilation commits to his off angle. 2v2. Who's going to peek first? It's going to be Lan. Blitz is posted. Not even the AWP that's retrieved off the ground. And it's all on Bingo. The in-game leader 1-on-2. And with this time remaining, this would be incredible.
Time's ticking though. About a quarter left on that bomb. Does have a kit, of course. Hoping for something special. Technically speaking. Oh, he might just about get it. Pulls off the bomb. He'll get the kill. He won't get the round. But at the very least, he's giving it a damn good shot. Made it expensive, but IHC continue to pull further and further away. And I think actually a lot of credit has to be given to Blitz there as well. Low HP, wheels the AWP, abides by Bogdan's law, and to hold the point on an off angle as well, and just expect an overextension from Lan and expect the peak to come through. Well played. That sealed the deal. And left, unfortunately, Bingo in such a tough 1 versus 2. And, well, good on him for getting the kills. Time tick too far. Bites come out once again for the CT side, but failure to convert this one might actually leave them in a bit of economic jeopardy in towards round number 9 and kind of force them to reconsider how aggressive they actually want to play. Back to square one in a sense, and IHC, of course, continuing to push their agenda as Techno takes a lot of damage off that molly.
Nade comes over the half wall. That'll do a lot of damage. Indeed it does. Techno is so low. And Gas finally gets on the board. First kill for him in this game. I was looking at Wings Up. They're playing into mid. One's under porch. He's playing anti-flash, flying, ready to face Lan. Over here towards Long. Gets his smoke off. They're going to commit in front of it. Oh my lord, they had the setup perfect to fight that, but it just doesn't work whatsoever. Lan has to recover this round. pinned in the back of the bomb site, gets his second, stays alive, buys time for rotations, and actually IHC is split up. They're trying to think ahead. They're trying to play a dangerous game. There's no scope from Annihilation. Orpers galore in this round, and they know exactly where LAN is. There's no reason to commit towards A. And indeed, they're going to change it up. Score sits in the smoke as well. Oh, my lord. That was a roller coaster, but IHC cannot be denied. 7 on the board.
Credit to Annihilation. This is seriously quick. This second shot, sumptuous. Bingo. Unlucky, Sunshine. Not to be. 6-round lead, and, well, no surprises at all. A pause call. We said for WUgaSsS, it has to be a conversion. And a pretty damning one at that in towards that previous round, or else their economy was going to be in a little bit of a rough spot. And it is. I mean, they can force buy in towards this next round, but it just won't ever sort of be anything convincing. Only really Flying would have serious money to work with, and the rest of them, it would be kind of FAMAS's full armor or M4A1S's half armor and really limited utility. So they're going to stick around that 2k mark, sort of a half buy coming through, which is just prioritizing the pistols. Bit of util to work with. Well, similarly, like we've seen time and time again, IHC, especially coming off the back of Ancient, they're not really one of those teams to fall flat to these sort of buys. So you just expect, out of the standard run of the play so far, and the run of the mill, and IHC put up an 8 there, guarantee a lead at the half.
Quite a contrast. Quite a contrast. WUgaSsS up. It wasn't that long ago at Melbourne that they looked brilliant on Inferno.
Yeah.
What's happened?
BOG,
Maybe this
right?
is one of Flying's more comfortable maps, I'm not sure. But in the here and now, this isn't even a match. I'd see, even when they have put a foot wrong, somebody hauls back in the late round. They have such confidence. Showing no respect. They'll get aggressive whenever they like, and they're going to win the fights. They're so confident. They're so comfortable with all these angles. And WUgaSsS up. I think it's time to crack out some pauses, because this map is going to be over very, very soon, unless you change something dramatically.
Goes one of Blitz is tucked in there, but it will actually fall. Good on Bingo to at least make it somewhat slightly expensive, but the grand scheme doesn't really make a difference. Your spot on pause needs to be called. I mean, they've only called 2, right? And saying so far. So for WUgaSsS up, they are feeling that pressure quite considerably. And just going back to Melbourne, if I'm right, obviously they won on Asia, but I'm right in saying that WUgaSsS up won on Inferno as well, right?
Yeah, it was, I think it was 13-6 for OG on the T side, and then they lost every round.
Yes.
I think they lost 10 in a row.
I do remember. It may have been 5 a.m., but it's etched into my brain, that one. Late nights, but cracking games kept us awake. 7-round lead, and this one definitely keeping us going. That first one, enough energy to last a series. For WUgaSsS up, they seem to have burnt all their energy in previous that one of Ancient, because map 3 is beckoning the way in which they're playing, because they have not even showed up yet.
Harmon's pop on the cards. 3 in defense, 2 on the site, 1's towards Moto. First kill cascades the way of WUgaSsS up, as does the second. And now this becomes an absolutely insurmountable mountain. Smoke on the site. Cuts up the offense. Stalls them out. How do you advance? You're out of utility now. Has to be frags. And as soon as that Moto smoke fades, you're in for a world of pain. Annihilation posted up, finds one. Blitz somehow claws out a second. How on earth are they making this doable? Bomb is on the side. That's going to get planted. Boost is nice to retain that advantage for WUgaSsS up. But as soon as this bomb goes down, there's a massive jeopardy in the mix. And this already is a much closer round than I ever thought it would be.
Bomb goes down. 3 players in towards long. Smoke will come through towards Moto. Gives him a little bit of breathing room. A score tucks himself in towards the corner. He's a double up. Can't quite do so. And Blitz just couldn't quite control the spray by the finest of margins. And by that, I mean 9 points of HP. Lano compose himself. And WUgaSsS up find their second round. But my God, did that take a whole lot of effort. And it was made damn expensive too. For WUgaSsS up, 1 survivor. The AWP, and of course for Lan, he can drop an M4, no problems. That's a close round. And to be honest, it never should have been.
Certainly not. 5 on 3. They had players on the bomb site. There was a smoke front site. It's not like IHC could move. Yeah. Potentially offering up too many jewels, maybe some missed shots, I'm not sure. But it cost them dearly economically. They, of course, have to reinvest everything into this round. And should they lose it? God forbid. That might be all she wrote. Might be too much to clamber back from. Early banana take from Wings Up. Again, utilizing those spawns. But Blitz, man. Blitz is just formidable. He's so confident taking these fights out of apartments. Jumps his way into pit on this round. And he's dueling Child King at the moment. You'd think this was an eco the way the frags are falling. IHC are right back at it.
1-on-1. Child King rotating over. But, I mean, this game already starts to kind of feel like a little bit of a too little, too late situation. Smoke will come down. Molly in towards Church as well. Child King got a bit of space to work with, but what does he do? What could he possibly do in this situation to rectify and salvage the situation? Spot it out. They know where he is. And they can just 2-2 on this if they want to. It'll come through. Force him into the agenda, and Annihilation will pluck him off. Easy pickings. And the lead extended to 7 once further. I mean, for IHC, finding double digits on their C side it's a formality rather than a nicety now. I mean, it's for sure going to happen. And you look towards Wings Up once again. Back to square one. No buy coming through. Just a couple of pistols to maybe find some economic damage, but I can't really expect too much. This has just been so damning and such a statement. And such a turnaround as well from IHC. From the plenty of opportunities they had to close out Ancient and the failure to do so. And look where we are now. Just one F1S as well. A bit of a hero buy. I can't expect too much of it. Gamble stack. Deagle taking face. Child King. Pull back off the angle.
I think a couple players have shown themselves now on B here, so IHC should be at least a little on edge. Still got 4 over on this side of the map. Kabul is just sat in towards mid. He's now doing a couple of mid nades. But I don't see a reason for Wings Up to rotate there on the eco. Child King creeping out wide. First connection. As Techno hits the deck, and they're actually going to come in behind this. There's 3 players. Gas boosted up. Flashes will not affect him. Bingo primed as well. In towards CT. More kills raining as Child King finishes that one off, and we're all down to Annihilation. Oh my lord. In the most unlikely of rounds, the B stack works wonders, and Child King hasn't had his best map. But this has been one hell of a round. Annihilation, even saving this AWP, would be a result of this point. Wings Up finding a crumb of salvation towards the end of the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, he can't even fall away. Annihilation. AK scooped up. Scared of all angles. Smoked his face as well. Questionable. Could peek at the corner there by flying. Just jumps straight up and will be plucked off. Duck hunting a little bit. Annihilation. Time ticking. He's made sure not to die off the time as well. That could be all the more problematic. One player pushing close. Jumping half wall. Will fall. Time ticking. 2 seconds. He might fall off the time here. This is getting dicey and he will. No orb saved and no money brought in towards the next as he dies after time. That's the worst case scenario for IHC, of course. They do have money. I don't know if they'll be able to pick up an AK, an AWP, may I say. Might just be AKs to work with. Annihilation, not a dream there. Pressure got to him a little bit. And actually, yeah, it's going to be a really janky buy. Big credit to Wings Up at the very least. While they've been losing the vast majority of the rounds, making them expensive seems to be enough.
He mid smoke and they're going to go in behind it. Flashes to face second mid. Gas peeking for lower. Child King up the boiler stairs. Works out initially. But you're caught in the open. And they get traded. Oh my lord. Blitz is through. Flying. No. No way. This can't continue. Huh. Ah. Oh no. Flying even turned around. If he pivoted the other way, would have seen him. Oh, that's a catastrophe. And now at a man deficit, they might even consider saving. Blitz needs to get his gun out because this is getting hectic. Bingo comes through. That bomb is still in the open. What's happening? Well, they should know B is open.
What is happening?
What's happened? What's going on?
What is going on? I'm looking at the minimap, back down to the screen, back up at the minimap again, just trying to build a narrative to explain post-round what's happened. I'm going to put my hands up and just give up. And it's actually exactly what Bingo's done. He's called it. Save call being made. Well, that was something. That was an interesting round, to say the least. And IHC have managed to claw something out of nothing. And Bingo's doubled back. In fact, I thought he was just going to go for the full save. And I didn't spot him.
He doesn't have a kit. What's he going to do?
He can't.
Insta-kill both. He hasn't got time. Hasn't got time. 10 rounds and...
Yeah.
They actually really needed that save.
They did.
Because Child King can drop one, but with that save, he could have dropped maybe a FAMA. I mean, there would be 5 rifle with a save.
Yeah. It's a questionable call. I mean,
that
maybe...
that was silly. That was really silly.
Maybe Bingo was just quiet, right? Didn't say anything, and he was like, well, give it a go. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very, very questionable decision, and again, it has some sort of further implications. Double MP9, not exactly a dream buy in the penultimate round. Of course, lose this, economy shattered, and not a bad start. Score, that's a sumptuous double entry with the Mac 10.
That's just illegal. How is that allowed? Wings up. Head in hand, of course, given their low investment, not a great deal of head armor, and these Mac 10s are capitalizing. Might as well be AKs or infinite movement speed at the moment. Flying, trying to have some sort of presence in this round. Actually does get a second. Wow, game on. And actually, Blitz is nowhere near. Annihilation is walking on eggshells here. Needs to be careful. Flying does have utility. I don't think there's a kill on the ground. I think they should go for this one. It feels a tad more doable. But now with good afterplants, without a smoke to isolate Banana, this becomes very, very tricky.
Molly comes through. But no peak face there. I mean, this is already time ticking. Boys, make a decision now. And it's
I don't know why
late.
they're not saving there.
Yeah.
I get sticking around. I get waiting, hoping for an overzealous peak. If you get a kill, go for it. You're 2-on-1. But that was what? 12 seconds left?
If that, right?
And they didn't have a kit.
Oh, great.
And they could have saved both guns.
Oh, it's so many poor decisions from Wings Up. And, you know, as both of us who do our fair share of analyst work and, you know, color commentating alongside it, right, this is just so brutal. There's so little positives to be taken away from this because it's just consistent, consecutive rookie errors and mistakes that don't need to be made. Unbelievable, questionable decisions. And I think a lot of it has to go back to the IGL and coaching in a way, right? Because you're thinking, where is the calling? Or maybe, you know, the lack of calling, because this is just brutal to see. It really is. And of course, the buy, round of 15, it's not pretty. FAMA, 79. The pistols to work with, and already the SMG dropped in no man's land to a great sprayer score. That's another entry for him.
Shades of desperation.
Yeah.
The buy is a good enough showcase of that. Cabal up in the apartments, collects the first, brings out an aid. Does get traded. But Child King's all alone. 1-on-4. He's getting enveloped on this A-bomb, so getting wrapped from all directions. Annihilation first to face. He had the AWP. He had the most unlikely weapon to pull it off, and he finds the kill. Molotov goes into mid, and they're going to push beyond it. It's just Bingo. He's left alone. It's going to be 12 rounds as IHC run riot on their map pick. Ancient wasn't to be, but Inferno looks all but locked in. IHC are desperate for a third map and a chance to take on NKT for that spotter conference.
That's rough. Seriously rough to watch for Wings Up. I mean, can they rectify the situation? I gotta say, I'm not really a believer. I stuck with IHC and my laurels coming in towards the map, but I'm pretty happy now. We're gonna first one to a break. When we are back, Wings Up T-side underway. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. We're underway. We missed around, I think. We had a slight technical issue, but we can tell you from the laws of our mind, and by that I mean production have let us know that Cabal 4K and Banana to kickstart things in towards second for IHC. Alan, things are looking pretty good, mate. 13-3, turnaround lead, and the Cabal 4K. It's not too shabby. 14-3, and hey, I mean, we just came in after the back of the pistol, but I think this one might be on its last legs.
Yeah, I think our technical issues are about the same as Wings Up at the moment. I mean, they're having a few problems here. Wow. I mean, at least what we missed didn't change the narrative. True. It's still exactly as we left off in that first half. Here's Kabul. Looks like they played a cheeky two-man setup over towards the sandbags. Seen a few of those in the Inferno games here on playoffs. And wow, Wings Up. I mean, this is damage limitation, isn't it? We're going to a third map. There's no way. There's no way you're bringing this back. This is just stabilize, not feel so disparaged, as you have to go on to that final map to decide the series.
I love Asian Counter-Strike. You can never call anything. You can never make predictions. It's so entertaining. And IHC, they're providing some serious entertainment right now. Flying, Child King, doubling up in towards short to try and find a little bit of control here, but numbers are dwindling as they are on the verge of losing to a bonus round. This is brutal. And it could be their last pull, their last attempt at finding a round. I'm really worried.
Big fight. Big fight up against Blitz. Good flash, though, and there you go. Annihilation. Absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect flashbang. The team play. Wow, this is the IC that makes majors. There's been no gaps. There's been no holes. They've been so confident. This is Lin Vision watching on and thinking maybe there is someone that can rival us. This is quite spectacular. Yeah,
this is genuinely beautiful. That's great team play, and it's just been a more or less flawless, entire map. It's probably the better way to put it for IHC. I mean, of course, a couple of speed bumps along the way, or Wings Up of out of nowhere with rookie mistakes have clambered themselves into a round, but they've never even looked convincing for a second in towards Inferno. What a showing from IHC. What a statement. They needed it off the back of Ancient, and it could continue. Blitz swinging in. 1-for-1. Cabal will fall back, but he has all the information. They've lost boiler control as Techno pushes down Banana. All the info for him to gain as Cabal targets. We'll find one, looking for two, can't quite deny it. Actually, it's Annihilation with a double from backside. Can he make it a third? Of course he can. It's Bingo left all alone to deny. And what has he got to do so? Full armor and a Tech 9. If this was 2015 and all off Meister's hands, it'll be a different story, but it's not. It's 2022. And Wings Up a 15-3 down. This is surely game, set, and match, and a map number 3 on the cards. Bomb dropped. A little scooped. Won't be heard. Annihilation still looking the wrong way. But he won't be able to do anything about scoring towards Graveyard. Ladies and gentlemen, 16-3. Talk about a damning map number 2. Talk about a statement. We may miss the pistol. It'll make a difference.
Just reflecting on Ancient. How close was this series just to being over? Wow. Miracle, the Wings Up are even in it. Even though we're going to a third map with how dominant this display was. IHC, apart from that first half on Ancient, they've been